Hi everyone, welcome to the English lesson today. I have pre-recorded this video for your convenience. Please watch the video until the end and I will be getting you to try out some quiz after this. So are you ready? Let's begin our lesson today. Yes, as you are looking at right now is the reading topic that we are going to talk about. So I'm going to focus on reading today. And I will be talking about some skills that you have to practice. And at the end of the lesson, I would expect that you know how to use the skill to answer the question in the Google quiz. Okay, Google form quiz, yeah? All right. Let's take a look at some of the skills that are tested in your MWET reading. So MWET reading questions will test you on reading multiple text for specific information, reading for main idea and supporting details, inferencing, identifying details and example to support argument, predicting outcome, understanding main idea and supporting details and gist, deducing meaning from context, distinguish facts from opinion, interpreting text from author's intention, attitudes, and style, comparing and evaluating information in different texts, identifying the purpose of paragraph or text, recognizing the text structures of the whole text, identifying cause and effect relationship in the text, recognizing text-contained features, and understanding and recognizing text organizations features. So, ladies and gentlemen, there are so many reading skills that you have to master. But do not worry, because why? I am very sure that you have all been using the skill, okay? All this while in answering your reading comprehension. Maybe it was just that you were not aware, oh, when I'm doing this, I am actually inferencing, and I'm doing that, I'm actually predicting outcomes. So don't worry about that, because we will go deep into the reading skills from time to time, yeah? Okay, how to be good in reading? This will be a question that everybody asks. Teacher, how do I make sure that my reading scores well? Because I usually I score very poorly in my reading. But guys, actually reading requires a lot of practices. So the first thing that you have to practice is to make sure you master the skill in reading. Mastering the skills in reading will help you to read effectively. And at the same time, of course, practice makes perfect. Read and read and read is require a continuous effort. And you have to make sure when you want to practice for tests, you need to try out some, perhaps past year question or any reading comprehension questions, yeah? Okay, let's move on to our focus for the day. I will be looking at a reading skill, skimming and scanning. Skimming and scanning basically are the most common skill or the most essential skill that we have to have when we do reading. So let's look at what is skimming first. Oh, before that, the lesson objective today is, at the end of the lesson, you should be able to use skimming and scanning skill to understand information and also to identify the most relevant information in responding to the assigned task. Okay, let's look at skimming skill. What is skimming? Anybody? Yes, skimming is looking over a text quickly without reading word to get general idea of what the text is about. So when you do skimming, you will be focusing on what is this text about. That is to get the general idea. Yeah? How to do skimming? Look at this. Right, you have to first read the title. or the accompanying visual, if there's any. Okay, the title will usually tells you what that particular article or text is about. For example, if you go to an article with written with information written on Olympics. So, what is it about? Definitely, it's about Olympics. Okay, how do you get it? You can read the title. Title will tell you, yeah, that is the word. Okay, that is the thing that is talking about. And you might also see some accompanying visual, like perhaps athletes performing some sports or whatever actions, okay, that happens. So that will tell you what that text is about. And if you do not see any title or visual accompanying with your text, you have to look at the beginning and the end of the article. So beginning of the article is usually refers to the intro, okay, introduction, and the end is usually referring to the conclusion. So what is the first and the last paragraph of the article? You do not have to focus on details because that is not skimming. Skimming is just to get the general idea of what, okay? And you can also read the first sentence of every paragraph to know what the topic is about. Get it? Okay, let's try this. In 3 seconds, tell me what this text is about. Okay, skim, yeah? Use your skimming skill. Okay, let's start the timer. 3, 2, 1, ta-da! So, what is the text about? Can anybody tell? Okay, I will review the answer later, yeah? Give you another test. Haha. What is this text about? 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, done? Let's look at the answer, yeah? So on the left side was the first stimulus that I gave you. Okay, what do you think this is? The answer is, it is a library leaflet. Okay, how do you know? You can actually recognize the title and you can read the first paragraph. Okay, title, first paragraph, or the beginning of the writing. Okay, and you might want to also look at this subtopic. Okay, it might tells you some information. And the end. Look at this. Why do you know this is a leaflet? Because usually a leaflet will get you to contact any numbers or any person to contact if you want to get more information, yeah? And if you go back to the first paragraph, it is actually mentioned about information leaflet. So, well, you can't deny this is a library leaflet because the title already comes from the name of a library. Okay, got it? Now, how about the article on the right-hand side? Yes, it is a text on phobia. How do you know? Very quickly, you just have to scan for the title. And then you read through the subtopics. And you can actually skim very quickly. Oh, these are the types of phobia. Well, this is an article that tells you about phobia. Can you get it? Skimming is very quickly done, right? Yeah, I'm sure everybody can follow. Okay, let's continue. How about scanning, everybody? So if just now skimming is to get the general idea of the text, we do scanning to get the specific detail of what the text is about, and it also requires you to read quickly. So quickly scan, you will get the specific detail. The only difference between skimming and scanning is scanning would require you to have an idea. What is it that you know? Yeah? Take a look at this. So you need to get an idea what information you need from the text. Let's say, for example, I'll tell you guys to scan something around you. Okay? What if teacher says, everyone, I want you to tell me what is it around you that can write? So what is your answer? Can you find something around you that can write? Yes, you are right. A pencil, a pen, a marker pen, or perhaps a highlighter, or whatever things that can write, perhaps a stylus, that is the information that you're looking for. You see, we must have an idea what we want. Then only we could have the things done. Okay, like just now when I asked you, can you show me something that can write? So that is what I want, and you find something that can write, which is the pen or the pencil that you're holding right now. Okay, look for content, word, or visual clues that signal the information. Well, like I said just now, I said look for something that can write. You would check on my word. Look for something that can write. Write. Something that can write. So I read the thing as a whole block of words rather than word by word. Okay? Something that can write. You know that is a pen. So the keyword has to be read in blocks of words rather than word by word. Yeah? That is how we do scanning. Now, let's test our scanning skill. Yes, it is still with the same graphic that I showed you earlier. And this time, I want you guys to answer some questions, which I will prompt you from one by one. Yeah. The first one, the text is aimed at. The text is aimed at what? So when it says it aims at, okay, what is the meaning of aim? Targeted at. And when you look at the option, it talks about the people. Okay, the people. The librarian, the library users, council workers, and school students. So who do you think this text is targeted at? They gave it to who? Why do they write this? Or why do they have this kind of leaflet? Do they give it to the librarian? Less likely, because librarian is supposed to give us the information. So here we are referring to other people, perhaps the library users. Yeah. Why do they need it? Because they want to borrow books or maybe other resources. All right. How about council workers? Do they give it to the council workers? Maybe, if the council worker needs the information. And how about school student? Could it be one of the options? So let's check, yeah? So by scanning in the text there, who does it aim at? Okay, so you could actually go and read. Welcome to Frimsborough County Library. This information leaflet will tell you about some of the types of books and other resources you can borrow. Okay, blah, blah, blah. So what are the type of resources? We have CD and cassettes, we have videos, we have books. And these are described accordingly. Yeah? So, like I said just now, librarian is less likely because they are supposed to prepare this information for us instead of we. get it from them, right? We get it for them. Library users, yeah. Council workers, if they need the resources, yes. So I'll just scrap it out. School students, yeah, maybe. But in this case, because the material mentioned about adults. So if you say school student, how about the adults? So it does not cover the adult if you only limit to school students, yeah? So the answer is B. Got it? Okay, now let's move on to question number 2. Information is given about borrowing CDs. Yes or no? Do you see the word CD? Do you see the word borrowing CD? And do you see the word information? Is it given? Yeah, you will go back to the introduction, this part. The information leaflet will tell you about some of the types of books and other resources that you can borrow. So, books and other resources. Other resources refers to what? Yes, you're right. They are referring to the CDs and cassettes and the videos other than the books, right? Yeah. So the answer is yes. They provide you the information about CDs. Okay? Next. Which category of video isn't listed? So the statement here, category of video isn't listed. This one is important. Isn't. Which one is not listed? So we'll quickly go to category of video. Where do we find the category of video? There. It's here. So we have the category of educational. Well, even though you don't see the word category, but we could actually understand that the word education, film, and exercise are referring to the category. So which one is not mentioned? Yes, you are right. The answer is D. This is not mentioned, whereas the others are mentioned and it is crystal clear. Okay, question number 4. A telephone number is provided. Telephone number? Of course, we are looking for number, right? So is it provided? Yes, very quickly you get the answer. True. Where? There. Look at this. It is provided. If you want to know more, find out more on, the number. So it's given there. Okay, we are not done yet. Let's look at the other questions. Number 5. The text tells you where to get more information about how many items you can borrow from the library. So it says the text tells you where to get more information about how many items you can borrow from the library. Take a look. I am looking at this block of words instead of word by word. So where to get? Is it mentioned or not? Is it mentioned or not? Okay. So you got the answer? The answer is yes. Take a look at this phrase here. Information about other items you can borrow and how many items you can borrow can be found at the inquiry desk. So that answers the question of where. So where do you get it? Inquiry desk. So the answer is true. Okay? Let's continue with question number 6. Members can also borrow CD-ROMs. Okay, so what is your answer? Did they tell you any information about members? And did they mention anything about borrowing CD-ROMs? So you have to ask yourself, what is CD-ROM? CD and CD-ROMs, are they the same? They are more or less the same. CD-ROMs refers to compact disc read-only memory, right? So did it mention in the text about this? Yes, they gave you information about CD, but they had never mentioned to you members can also borrow CD-ROMs. They never tell you anything about what you can borrow and remember who can borrow, right? So the safe answer is the text doesn't say. Got it? Okay, moving on. Question number 7. Haha, this one, I'm sure everybody can get it very quickly. Which month is library month? So squids, quickly scan for the word library month. April! You know that month refers to April. Okay, whatever month. And the answer is April. Okay, right, let's try out the last question. What is the name of the library? You got it? Don't tell me you don't. Well, the name of the library is Freemsborough County Library. Yeah, this is the name of the library. Okay, so do you get it? How to identify the answer through scanning? Yeah. So first, get an idea what you want to refers to, what do you want to get from the text, and you will find the answer. So this is scanning skill. Okay? All right. Is there any question? If you have any question, please do not hesitate to PM teacher. Yeah? And I would like to summarize what we have learned today. Skimming refers to something that you read very quickly to get general information. Okay? And scanning would be getting specific information. So the difference between this is one is general, the other is specific. While for skimming, you don't have to go to detailed information. But for scanning, yeah, you have to do detailed scanning for the information. Okay, people? I hope that you have picked up something important today. And please don't forget to try out the reading quiz in your Google Classroom. Okay, people, that's all for today. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you very much. Goodbye.